The mouse is one of the most crucial peripherals of a setup. The mouse you choose can either make or break you as a gamer, at least as far as I know. Anyway, I've been using the G502 models for the past 7 years of being a PC gamer. Yeah, I have never used any other type of mouse. Now I know all the mouse enthusiasts, all you Final Mouse, like lightweight, 30 grams mouse, 0 grams mouse, no shell mouses with holes in them. I know y'all are probably throwing up just from that statement. And although I love the G502, the truth is I recently upgraded to a Razer Viper V3 Pro. So here are my thoughts. G502, or the Lightspeed G502, weighs 114 grams compared to the new mouse I have, Razer Viper V3 Pro, 54 grams. So it's less than half. The Razer Viper V3 Pro is less than half the weight of the Logitech G502. So already, that's a big change. And I just gotta say, it feels like way better. The mouse feet on the Razer Viper V3 Pro feel great.
What do you
just
mean
like
by that?
the weight, the mouse feet, and like it just feels like it moves a lot better than my G502, which is great for Fortnite because of editing, like hitting like shots, like being able to like track someone in the air, like that's all like the feel and weight, the way it moves is very important. So yeah, it's really good. And the way it feels in my hand, like it has a comfortable like fit, you know what I'm saying? Like it has like a comfortable fit, like it doesn't have a weird shape or anything like that. I don't mind it at all. And the coating, it feels great. Clicks are really nice. The scroll wheel works pretty good, and the side buttons, they feel amazing as well. Probably my only problem with this mouse is when I tilt the scroll wheel to the right, it does a mouse click down, but it doesn't do the same thing when I tilt it left, so it's kind of inconsistent there. And speaking of tilting the scroll wheel left to right, it doesn't have the scroll wheel like buttons on the left and right like the G502 did, which is like kind of weird because I did use the scroll wheel not in the game, so it doesn't really matter that much, but I did use it sometimes, and it's just kind of weird how it only clicks when I tilt it right and it's a down click. So I think that's the one of the weird things. But when I was using the G502, I was using it with the PowerPlay mouse pad. Guys, don't make fun of me. Okay, I thought it was a great idea. I bought it like years ago. I thought it was a great idea. I never had to charge my G502, and it was a mouse pad. And I'm not gonna lie, it degraded a lot over time, and the mouse pad just looks terrible now, and it just feels terrible. But yeah, back to the topic of charging. I don't really have to charge this mouse a lot, but I do have to make sure I'm charging it. Like it is a difference, because I used to use a G502 like just day in, day out, not charging it at all because it charges automatically with the PowerPlay. But this, I do have to charge it sometimes, and so far it really hasn't gotten in the way that much because it has great battery life. But I can name a couple of times, which is, I mean, I guess it is my fault because I haven't gotten used to it, but I couldn't play really any games because I had to charge it instead. I will say the charging is pretty fast, and the battery life is great. Like usually I don't have to charge it for a couple of days or so. As far as the details on the sensors go, I didn't really notice a difference between the sensor on the G502 and the sensor on the Viper V3 Pro. But that's like a given. I feel like most people won't notice the difference anyways. I don't know why this has been happening in the mouse industry, but we just keep going higher with DPI and having 8,000 hertz polling rate. I don't even use that. I don't use the 8,000 hertz polling rate. I think it's kind of useless. It doesn't really feel different, and also I'm pretty sure it could make the game more laggy. So yeah, I don't use it. Anyways, besides the specifics of like all the technology and like weight and stuff, it definitely feels way different. The structure very different, but I've already gotten used to it, and I think like my builds and edits, they feel, and I think they've gotten way better than they were when I was using the G502. That's probably because of how much it feels better. Like I'll just show on screen right now like the difference between me free building on the G502 and me free building on the Razer Viper V3 Pro. I'm sure it might be hard to tell the difference, but for me, it feels like I'm dragging the G502 just to edit and turn around, while the Viper V3 Pro, you know, it feels like I'm gliding and shit. Like, oh my god. It's just great. It's great. The mouse is great, guys. That's the most important thing. I think, like, obviously, I didn't become a pro from the new mouse, but it's definitely helping. It's a great help, and it just makes playing feel a lot better, and it makes fighting feel a lot smoother. So yeah, that's my experience with the Razer Viper V3 Pro after switching from the G502. I'm having a great time with this mouse. I've used it for over a month now, and yeah, just if anybody sees this, let me know what y'all think in the comments.